Hey you guys, so I'm giving y'all multiple videos today. I feel like I'm showing out. But anyways, I wanted to talk about this because it's fresh on my mind because I just got finished doing one of my clients and I want to have this conversation before my next client comes. So one of my clients, she was receiving a lot of damage from in the back of her head. This is what I want to talk about. Low maintenance doesn't equal no maintenance. You have to put in the work to care for your hair. You can go to a stylist. You can go to somebody that specializes in hair growth, all of that. But if you're not listening to your stylist or the person and taking the information and applying it at home daily, your hair will break off. I do know when it comes to building healthy hair, it's so much stuff out here that can confuse a person and make you think you got to do 10,000 things to keep your hair healthy. And honestly, that is far from the truth. And I'm talking to anybody that have straight hair all the way up to the most curliest hair. You do not have to do 10,000 things. You do not have to go to your kitchen and act like a scientist and apply all these different ingredients to your hair. All you have to do is shampoo and deep condition, deep condition your hair every 2 weeks. Make sure, like right now, my hair is in a ponytail. When I get home, I'm immediately taking this ponytail out and I'm gonna put my hair in a satin bonnet. So if you have a satin scarf or a satin bonnet at home, immediately when you get home, when your ends need to be trimmed, go to a professional, get your ends trimmed, have somebody look at your ends, make sure your ends are healthy, because if you have damaged ends, it will go up the hair shaft and the rest of your hair will receive the damage over time. So make sure you're caring for your ends. And also, if your hair is natural, you want to make sure you have a decent leave-in conditioner. Spray the leave-in conditioner on your hair when it's in its natural state daily, right before you go to sleep, right before you about to style it. Just have a decent leave-in. I promise you guys, you don't have to do all this hoodoo voodoo to your hair to allow your hair to be healthy, to allow your hair to grow, to allow your hair to be healthy from the base to the ends. I personally believe in professional hairstylists. I believe in the education they receive. I believe in researching your stylist. Make sure they know what they're talking about. I understand that somebody can show you the length of their hair and say, hey, this is how I grew my hair. Now ask yourself, do you want to be educated by somebody that know how to just grow their hair, or do you want to be educated by somebody that know how to grow people hair? And that's the difference between a professional and somebody that just knows how to grow their own hair. I am not trying to argue with nobody or try to put anybody else down or debunk their method. But what I'm saying is, not only have grown my hair, I have grown other women hair over time, multiple times in my chair, all textures. And like I said, make sure you care for your hair. You need to cleanse your hair every 2 weeks, which means shampooing your hair. Make sure you deep condition your hair every 2 weeks. Make sure you go to a professional to look at your ends. Get your ends trimmed if it's necessary. Have them examine your ends and see if it's necessary. Make sure when you at home, put your hair up in a silk or a satin bonnet. Make sure if your hair is in its natural state, get you a leave-in conditioner. Spray it on your hair. Make sure you get your hair all over saturated with the leave-in conditioner, and you are good. If you need someone to take care of your hair, Go to a professional. It's nothing wrong with going to the salon every 2 weeks. If you can afford it and you found someone that really knows how to care for hair, go to the professional every 2 weeks. It's nothing wrong with that. Women did it all the time back in the day, and they had hair, and they had edges, and they had length. It's nothing wrong with going with that method. We don't have to do everything at home. And I promise you guys, I know the complaint is sometimes it's difficult to find a good hairstylist that care for your hair. But let me tell you something. You guys, if you as customers request and demand for a stylist to care for your hair as much as a lot of people want somebody to lay their lace front and have their lace front look real, the stylist will have to step up to the plate. They will have to care for your hair because that's your requirement. That's your standard. As a customer, you should have standards. You should say, I don't care if you can lay a lace front if my edges is constantly falling out every time I get the lace front. If I'm having bald spots every time I get my hair done. Like, request that. Request that your stylist have the education. So I have this running joke with my sister all the time. Like, if hair could talk, what it would say to people. I personally feel like hair would say, if you don't take care of me, if you don't make me a priority, if you always trying to hide me and throw me up in some type of bondage and you don't want to do anything with me for several months, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you. Now, you have to ask yourself, are you really taking care of your hair? Or are you always putting it up? Are you not washing it? Are you not caring for it? Because if so, your hair will leave. Your edges will leave. Your hair will leave. Your hair will break off. It's not a helmet. It's not something you can abuse. It will leave. So I think that's all I have to say about this. Now, if you someone that don't care about your hair, please disregard this whole video because I'm just talking to the people that do. And also leave comments down below. Like, is it difficult for you guys to find a good stylist in your city, in your state that cares for hair? And if down in the comments, if you see somebody that says yes, put the city and state you in. And if it's somebody that's in that city and state and you do know a good stylist, or if you are a good stylist that cares for hair, then leave your information down below to share with each other. Because I really believe that we need to get back into the times back in the day, like in the 90s, where we relied on our stylist and we went to go get our hair done every 2 weeks, and our hair was healthy and it was thriving, whether it was short or long. We had healthy, beautiful hair where we literally paid attention to our crown and we wasn't always throwing something on top of our head and and not even caring for our hair. I do believe we need to get back to the time where caring for our hair is our number one priority. So that's all I gotta say right now. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this helped you in some kind of way. Remember to always drink your water for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Bye bye.